Welcome to my channel. My name is Maria, and here in my channel I make videos about infertility awareness, organizing, and mom life in general. But today I'm gonna speak to you about potty training, but specifically about what you need before potty training. When we speak about potty training, we normally think about if the child is ready to potty train. But in many cases, we never take into account parents. And parents also need to be ready to potty train. So let me give you a little background. I have a 21-month-and-a-half-old boy. His name is Benjamin. And we know both my husband and I, we both were potty trained by 1-year-old. So when we had a baby, we thought, we wanted to do the same. Of course, back in the day, we didn't wear diapers, but cloth diapers. And I think we ended up being all right. We are not traumatized by the potty or anything like that. So I thought it was a good idea to do the same with Benjamin. So when Benjamin was 1 year old, I just thought about, getting him to the potty and bringing him with me if I would go, or with my husband. And buy a little ring for the potty, for him not to be afraid of the toilet and of the sounds, flushing and all that, and to start practicing some keywords with him. I spoke with a pediatrician because, of course, when you say publicly that you're going to potty train your child at 1 year old, a lot of people, you get a lot of hate comments or concern comments, and that's okay. Normally it comes from a good place. So I spoke with a pediatrician, and he said, look, the important thing you need to take into account is that this is not a stressful time for him, because what you don't want to do is for him to hide the pee-pee or poo-poos or whatever, because they tend to hide it. Like they tend not to do it since they feel stressed. So he said, as long as it is an easygoing process and like a playful thing or something like that, it's totally fine. So that's what we did. We started the first day, we just sat him on the potty, and I said, this is the potty, and this is where we go pee-pee and poo-poos or whatever. Eventually, so the first thing you need to know when you're gonna start this process is like define your keywords. Sometimes your child will tell you what keywords they need. But at least define your keywords. Keywords for us was pee-pees and poo-poos, but then we changed into pee-pees and caca because that's what he started saying. To this day, he only says caca. He doesn't speak a lot, which is also part of when a child speaks, it's easier for him to go potty because he can express himself better. So when he was 1 year old, we started taking him to the potty. So on the first day, we just sat him there, and explained, this is the potty, this is where we come to do pee-pees and poo-poos. And I started with the key sounds as well, like pee-pees, pss, 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 and caca or poo-poos, and I will push, I'll do like tap his knees like that, like this. And so he want to understand, caca or poo-poos like that, and I will make that sound. And so the first day, he just sat. On the second day, it was in the morning, so we took his PJs off, we just put him in the potty, and, it was just a playful thing. And he peed and pooped right there on the second day. So, I called the pediatrician again, and I was like, is this okay? I mean, I thought this was gonna take forever, and now he's just doing it. However, he doesn't, by that time, he didn't know exactly, like the keywords or how to express that he needed to go poo-poos. He just felt like going, and he went. So what we did was that every morning, when he would wake up, we would just put him on the potty. And that worked really well for us. That's like an easy catch because when you wake up, you need to pee anyway. So, and if he didn't do anything or he already peed because we snuggle in bed or whatever, that was fine. You know, like we still go sit down for a little bit and then we'll just move on with our day. And, you know, of course, cheer and, you know, make a big fuss about how great it was for him to be the potty because he was a big child, but that was it. He wore diapers all day. And a little after that, he would have lunch with my grandma. So my grandma, after lunch, she would put him also on the potty. And she's the one that taught him caca. So, which is fine because that's the only word he says. So he was, you know, he's being going to the potty in the morning and after lunch. But he's wearing diapers all day long, all night long. When it was about 18 months old, he was about 18 months old, I decided that it was time to potty train. That was it. And we moved to Ireland. So we moved from Costa Rica to Ireland, and we were going to go through this whole life-changing experience. And I just didn't want to give him a lot of more stress, and especially not doing potty training right in the middle of the moving and all that. So I decided to wait. And when we came to Dublin to live, I decided, okay, now it's time. Now we have the apartment. And then it's when I realized, oh my goodness, parents need to be ready as well. Not only children. He's ready. He's ready. He's, you know, has shown interest. Sometimes he's dry when he woke up. He has no fear of going into the potty, but we as parents need to be ready. So we're going to do the 3-day method, hopefully. And I thought, well, maybe if I start on a Wednesday, by the weekend when we get our outings, my husband will be with me and it will be easier. But then the school year was going to finish today, which is the 21st of December. And I thought, you know, it's okay. As soon as the school finishes, then we'll do potty training. My parents-in-law are coming on the 27th. So that will be great because that will give me from tomorrow, the 22nd, when we're planning to start, to the 27th, that'll give me enough time to get him, I think, trained, and then backups will come and help us. So that's just to give you a little background before I show you everything I have here that you need to have before potty train. So hopefully we haven't potty trained Benjamin yet. We're gonna start tomorrow, and I'm gonna show you everything that we have been collected throughout these weeks so we can be hopefully totally ready for him. The best advice was from my aunt. She did 3-day potty training with my cousins many years ago, and it was successful, and it was before 2 years old. So what she said is like, this is something natural, so you need to take that approach. This is something natural. Don't stress out. He will feel it if you're all stressed out. You know how that works. If you want your child to eat something, he's not gonna eat it. So just like go with the flow, it's okay. Of course, there are certain rules that you need to follow for a 3-day training period. Like, you know, if they have an accident, you don't say it's okay. You say, oh, you got an accident. Let's go to the potty where, you know, where we have to go pee-pees and caca and whatever. Okay, so the number one thing you need to have before starting to potty train is keywords. So define your keywords for your child and the sounds you're gonna make. Pss, pss, or caca or poo-poos or pee-pees or whatever it is, and start speaking these words daily for him or for her to start listening to these words and be familiar with these words. So of course the first thing you need to have, the second thing you need to have is a potty. We have 2 potties. These are from IKEA and you can find them everywhere. We left ours in Costa Rica. But what I would suggest is look for something comfortable. This is just plastic. It's not super comfortable like the one we had. But he feels very safe because this has this rubber lining over here. And that allows the potty to sit and not to move. There are certain ones that don't have the rubber, and when they move, children don't feel safe, and right away, if you don't feel safe, you're just gonna tie up your, you know, private parts and not go pee pee or caca or anything. So this one, we have two. I will recommend for you to have one ring and one individual potty. Now, this doesn't have to be fancy. This doesn't have to be, you know, anything out there. I just really like this one from IKEA as well. It was cheap, and I like that it was just this part that I need to wash if he goes poo-poos or pee-pees here, not the whole thing with me, and we don't have a very big sink, so this works fine. So these two. Now for the potties, I would suggest, it depends on your philosophy of life and everything else. My recommendation is just have them in the bathroom. Of course, have as many as you need because you might have a lot of bathrooms in your house, but we only have two, so we're going to keep one in the other bathroom and this one in the main bathroom where he's used to go to these to the potty. I would suggest not to have this or anything outside the bathrooms, and this is why. You do not go pee-pees and caca in your living room or in your kitchen or in your dining room, okay? This is not something you do there. You don't go, and I want him to understand that we go pee-pees and caca in the potty, in the bathroom, not outside. So we're gonna have them there. If he's in the middle of an accident, you know, he's peeping or pooping or whatever, you just take him and run with him to the bathroom where he finishes, and then you clean up and everything else. And you know, I guess we're gonna have lots of accidents. that will be normal. And I think that will help him, especially with the peepees, that will help him to start going potty when he wants to pee, because when he's peeing on a diaper, he's not feeling wet at all, and feeling wet, he doesn't like that. So you know, whenever he has an accident, he'll feel wet, and then he's gonna go potty. So this is number two. Just have potties. This one you can, you know, like decorate. You can put stickers on, and you can prepare in advance, so you can buy it a week or two in advance and say, look, you're gonna be a big boy now, and you're gonna go potty, and this is a big boy potty now. So you can, you know, make it nice for them to feel that this is their own stuff. Okay, number three, it's a doll or a baby or Build-A-Bear or whatever it is. Because, well, this is baby Jack, and this is Benjamin's baby. So what I like about this baby is that he has underwear. So we've been telling Benjamin that baby Jack goes to the potty because he's not wearing a diaper, he's not wearing a nappy. He's wearing a big boy underwear, big boy briefs. So I'm gonna teach him, like we've been teaching him, look, he has underwear and he can go potty in the potty. And you can do a lot of things with this. You can, you know, have a Tootsie Roll and pretend that he's pooping, or with a little syringe or something. Oh, look, he went pee-pees. And this is so funny. We've been doing this with him. And he grabs baby Jack and sits him on the potty and tells him, caca. So I know it works, and I want him to feel like babies in general for toddlers work wonders when you want to explain something, because they will just reproduce the same thing on the baby, on the toy baby. So that's number three. Something that you can have, and you can look online or go to the local library to check, is Potty Books. These are new. He hasn't seen these. So tomorrow when we start potty training, he is going to see it. This one is Boys Potty Time, and this is Parrot Pete Potty. This one actually has a little potty, and you know, it has pictures on different potties and underwear and stuff like that. And Benjamin loves books, so this one as well. We wanted to have something something like a book for him to relate. These ones I found in Eason. It's a library here, it's a bookstore here in Ireland, but you can find them everywhere. I bet if you're in the US, or Amazon will have tons. So just buy a couple books for Potty. And also we bought some books. We have a basket with books in the bathroom already. Whenever in the morning when you sit him to go potty, you know, you just sit and read, because that's what they need, especially if they're going caca or pupus. However, even though he has the books there and everything, we wanted to have something new, like for the experience to be better. So we bought some just new books, one for Peppa Pigs about holidays, general holidays, because you know it depends on the holiday you celebrate, and just another book of animals and stuff. So this is just great. It's a novelty for him to feel very special when he's in the potty and this whole process. Now another thing that you need to have is at least 20 sets of underwear. So this is the first set I bought. I think this I bought in Gap. And these are cars. And I bought this before, because I wanted to start a potty train, but then I didn't. And what we did is that a couple weeks ago, we went to a store, and we went to Penny's, but you can go, anywhere. And we had him choose his underwear. So we said, the day is gonna come and you're gonna be a big boy, and big boys wear big boy underwear like daddy, and you can choose. So they had plenty. I mean, they had like of everything, and he's obsessed with Paw Patrols right now. So he chose some Paw Patrols underwear. These are the same, and these Star Wars underwear. So we have now 22 briefs for him. That's very important, because you're not gonna do laundry every day, and even if you do, you need plenty, because you're gonna have accidents. That's okay. You need to have some in your diaper bag or your purse or your stroller or whatever. Just be prepared. Now for him, I am not going to do the butt naked therapy type of thing. I don't think you I just my personal opinion, I would feel really uncomfortable if I'm just running naked around the house. Especially here, it's really cold, even though you have the heater on. So, but I would just suggest at least the first day to just be with underwear and a t-shirt or sweater or something, but underneath, like socks can be a good idea. But definitely not pants, because they need to, it needs to be easy to go potty. But the thing with this is that if you choose your his favorite underwear, what we've been telling him is that, Chase and Rubble is his favorite. We can't have Rubble wet. We need to keep Chase dry. And all the Paw Patrols, we need to keep them dry. We cannot go pee-pees on the Paw Patrols because they all get wet. So that's why we've been trying to, we'll be implementing that with him and the underwear, so it will be easier, I think, for a toddler. Like, oh, if I need to go pee-pees, maybe I have to hold a little bit and go potty so I don't get my favorite character wet. Another thing that we bought, we are not very into juice. He really doesn't like juice a lot. He drinks just water. But I do understand that in this time, you need to encourage the toddler to take a lot of water. We bought this apple juice, just apple juice, because he doesn't really like juice. So apple juice he'll like. And also we got this is new. It's just another way for him to be excited about the process. And this is just a cheap canteen, just have a lot of drinks. So one of the things you need to have is just juice and water and liquids available, because the more he drinks, the more opportunities he's gonna have to go potty. Now for this, yeah, apparently you don't say, do you want to go potty? You'd never ask because they will say no. So you say, remember to tell mama when you need to go potty, and you'll still take him every 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And you say, it's potty time. Come on, it's potty time. We use a lot of sign language with Benjamin. So we've been doing that, like, listen to your body. If you have to go potty, it's potty time. Or we've been teaching him these accident things so he doesn't, if accidents are gonna come, and he doesn't feel so like, what is this? Okay, so lots of liquids, and I would suggest just to have something that will be excited for them to drink from. Another thing that we're doing is that we're grabbing these are all the diapers that are left. And I'm scared to death of doing this. But it will be fine. My house is just full of carpet, so I don't want this to be ruined. But I'm prepared with lots of microfiber cloths and stuff. But basically you grab all your diapers and put them in a bag and tell your toddler that you're not gonna wear diapers anymore, and we're gonna donate to another baby that will need it, and you literally take it out of the house. Because they are visual people and they need to see that. Okay, another thing you're gonna need is wipes. These baby wipes you're probably have in your house already, but because they're going potty doesn't mean they have to wipe their bums with toilet paper. So it's better if you have wipes. We have wipes anywhere in the bathroom all the time, so it's not gonna change. But if you don't, just make sure you have this available always in the bathroom. Like, if they have an accident in the living room, you run with them to the bathroom and clean them in the bathroom. We don't clean our bums in the living room, so we don't do it there. We do it in the bathroom. Another thing that you need to have when you're potty training or when you're going to potty train is lots of praise. And when he goes potty, you call everyone and tell them that he went potty and that he's a big boy and all those things. But there's two types of praises or prizes that he's gonna get when potty training. Now we have chosen to have something to eat and also some sort of like prize. With the eating part, it's gonna be always like every time he sits on the potty, he's gonna get one of these. What I've been doing is that I've tried these couple weeks what he likes, because there were certain things like peanut butter M&Ms. He really didn't like those, so I'm not gonna have those for a prize. So we're gonna have M&Ms, like regular M&Ms, little ones, and he loved these yogurt raisins. And just regular raisins as well. These are Peppa Pig. These come in a Peppa Pig bag. So one tip I'm gonna give you is that if you're, for example, these are regular raisins, to be honest with you, and but he loves that they come in a Peppa Pig basket, a Peppa Pig box. So if you have a little box or something that they would like, just put it in there and refill it. You don't need to have a lot. And also another tip that I'm gonna give you is do not have these packages where they can see it. And put everything in a mason jar before. So when you're gonna start potty training, you put the M&Ms already in a mason jar or something like this, and you put them in the bathroom, because what you don't want is, oh, let me give you one M&M, and then I have to open it, and then they go crazy because they want the whole bag. Now, it's easier for you to define if you were gonna give him one or two. It's just one, okay? So here you go, and then that's it. I know this works because I've been using this with him, and so it's better if it's not in the package, but it's already in a mason jar. So stuff like that. We also chose some, like these Cadbury fingers, and you can put them in a jar, and then he'll get one when he goes potty. And we have other things that are like a bigger price when he says he's gonna go potty. So eventually, hopefully, he will say mama caca or mama pee-pees or something, and then we'll go potty. So even though he gets an M&M, he'll also have like a surprise type of thing because he said that he needed to go potty. So we need to reinforce that with him. If he would have been, going potty training since he was 1 year old, probably we would not be having so many prizes. But since he's already 21 months and a half, we need these prizes, okay? And that's fine. Another thing is to look for something that your child feels motivated to. So he's obsessed with animals and Paw Patrols. So that's what we are going to have to give him. This is a little keychain. You can find this at the dollar store. A little doggy, and I chose this as well, like for him to be very excited, and because this he can keep. We also bought these, we bought this when we were in Costa Rica, this type of little animal stuff, and it's a set. So again, whenever you're gonna give him this prize, be sure to take those animals out and give him one by one, because otherwise he's gonna want the whole thing. And the objective with this is that he has a prize, but it doesn't necessarily has to be a huge prize every day or every time, but little by little. Another thing you can do, and I've heard this from other mamas, is that you put other toys or these toys at the end of the day in a basket, and whenever he goes potty, you just keep giving him one and one for him to feel that is a prize. And we just bought other things, like for example, these coins, chocolate coins from the Paw Patrols, and just stuff that gets them motivated. Something that I would suggest to have as well is these disposable bed mats. This was only €5. You can find them online. You can find the ones that are for pets as well, if that's cheaper. And what I'm planning to do is to put these linings on the bed for him to, if he wets the bed, so it's not gonna be so crazy. Also, I'm gonna be cutting these to fit into the stroller, so whenever we get our outings, and if he pees there, it's gonna be okay. And because it's winter here, so we have this foot muff, I think it's called, in the stroller, and if that gets wet, it's gonna be a problem. So we are gonna have these cut and set for that. Now again, do this beforehand, before you start the potty training, so when that all starts, you're not so stressed about it. We also bought this lining for the mattress for his floor bed, and that will protect the mattress itself from any mishaps. Now, I would highly suggest that there's certain things you need to have as a parent that is going to be potty trained. Now, make sure you clean your house before, because you're not gonna have time to clean. Also, if you can do laundry, or if you can also freeze some meals. Yesterday I went to the supermarket and bought some frozen meals and some stuff that I know I'm gonna be heating up in the microwave, because you're not gonna have time to cook when you're potty training, or not cooking a lot, especially if you're on your own. I'm gonna be with my husband tomorrow, so that's some good news. He's gonna be here Saturday, Sunday, but then he was gonna go back to work, or he's gonna work from home, and that means I'm not gonna be able to have someone watch him while I'm cooking or while I'm doing something. So we decided we need to be as ready as we can, because those days you're gonna be at home. So have also like games and other stuff that he will be interested in, in doing crafts. There's slime recipes going on right now. So do something like that. Just have everything ready. Have all the materials you're gonna need. I love baskets, so I just put everything in a basket, like this. Just put everything in a basket, all the supplies you're gonna need, so everything is contained in one place. And also, you know, like I told you, lots of microfiber cloths or stuff that you're gonna be cleaning the mess. You don't want to be looking for paper towel in the middle of a crisis when you're potty training, because then you're gonna be more stressed. Now, and this is a pep talk for me myself too. This is something, it's not gonna take forever. If we fail, we can try again in some weeks. So I'm gonna take it easy. I am going to also, and this is very Montessori, I am going to trust that he's ready, for he has shown me all the signs that he's ready, and now I as a mom, I'm ready for him to potty trained. So we're gonna trust him that he's ready and that he has the ability and the skills that inside of him that will just, as a guide, help him to bring out for him to have a successful potty trained. Eventually, I think on Sunday or maybe Monday, we'll do our first outing, because myself, I get a lot of cabin fever if I stay here all day long. So something you can do if your child is sleeping and you have a partner or someone that can help you as a parent is just go for a walk or go for coffee or go for something, especially if they're already asleep. That time will just give you a lot of peace, and then you will feel renewed for the next day to do it again. Also, if you're a believer or believe in anything, pray. I told my husband yesterday, we need to start praying about this. I need all the support I can get, and if I can get some extra support, I will. So I'm gonna start praying about this process for it to be successful, and for it to be not as difficult, neither for Benjamin nor for us, and other parents, you know, whatever it is that make your life easier or a little less stress. If you need to have a glass of wine at the end of the day, do that. If you need to have a nice tea, or just have your favorite products around, so when the day finishes and you know you're drained because of the potty training days, you also can have your prize as a parent. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.